How do you go from being a nice guy to having a wolf mindset? This is the video to watch, okay?
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm talking about my own journey in terms of how I went from being a nice guy to a wolf, okay? And I'm pointing this out because one of my mentors, AZD, recently pointed out for the fact that I'm growing more like a wolf from a nice guy. And you can just tell in terms of my look and how I'm evolving.
Scripts, you're looking less and less like a nice guy, which is good. You guys see, he's looking a little sharper. Do you see his face? Right? It's a little more wolf-like. We're all very, very nice people. Okay? But once you understand that that's not how you're being measured by the woman, you might change your mind.
I say that because it's important what your mentors say about you, you know? It really makes you know, and you start to measure that you're actually on the right path towards creating something and creating your own character. Throughout this process, as I've been a part of Lion's Den and I've been part of different mentorships and constantly evolving, constantly refining my character and who I am, I'm starting to notice that I'm stepping more into the Sigma lone wolf archetype. And it's very empowering for me to actually share this with you guys, because I used to be the ultimate people pleaser, okay? I used to walk to a party and I used to be like, how can I make everybody here like me? How can I be the dancing monkey and the entertainer so that everybody likes me, right? What I started to notice is it's not about that. It's not about making everybody like me. What it's about is I've got to find the people that resonate with me. Now, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stand in the corner with my drink as well, because this is a very nice guy thing to do too. It's like, hey, don't confront anybody, you know, just stand around and don't do anything. I'm gonna find my people in this environment right now, and I'm still gonna establish a groundedness and a presence. Now, I shared this process with AZD through, I was in my friend's event, Ivan Alejandro. I was at his event, the Fire of Confidence, where AZD showed up. And I was telling AZD my process of certainty, right? And how to walk and how I hold myself in certain environments. And I really started to understand that, hey, this is my process, but I can also share it with you guys so that you get a process of like walking through life like the wolf, walking through life like the flow state Jedi, right? And understanding that is really about understanding that, okay, wolf is flow backwards, and I've got to understand how to get into my grit and my ferocity at the same time, establishing that, okay, my old patterns aren't my old patterns anymore. I'm stepping into the newer version of me, and I'm actually being much more authentic, right? The nice guy's a liar. Let's be honest. The nice guy is a liar. The nice guy wants to appear cool, wants to say things, wants to truly express from the heart, but he can't. He's doing what is societally recommended. He's doing what is appropriate, what is culturally conditioned, what is nice. You know, so-called niceness. I mean, the word nice, if you look up the etymology, it means idiot. Okay, it comes from that root word. So you don't want to be a nice guy. You want to be a good man. Because the wolf is tapped into their own primal communication, the raw, the unfiltered, you know, the edgy, and really starting to lean into that. How you are seen determines also how people interact with you, okay? How you are seen in that environment. So how you feel, other people feel, right? But you want to actually create the reality from within. You want to carry reality with you so that when you go into places, you're carrying your own reality, you're carrying your own frame of mind that is so powerful, so strong, that nothing can pierce that. How to be the Sigma wolf. Okay, so first things first, the walk. Let me teach you about the walk a little bit. The walk is, you imagine roots of a tree connecting you to the ground. Now, from your back, you imagine you have angel wings, like giant angel wings, okay? Makes you feel more solid, more grounded. Then what I want you to practice is the walk. The walk is going from point A to point B, but it's not like Jordan Belfort's straight line system, where it's A to B, it's a wave. Okay, it's a wave. I want you to think that when you're walking underwater. I've got all the time in the world. Okay, I'm Aquaman. I've got all the time in the world. And when someone calls your name, you don't go, what? Okay? You take your time. How to be the wolf, you got to practice being much more at a different rhythm than other people around you. If you notice other people around you, they're walking like this. How are you walking? Like you're underwater. Perfect. That's a good place to start. Even though if this is outer calibration, right? This is outer game. This is working on the things, how people will perceive you. At the same time, it's projecting a lot of confidence out into the environment. And the thing I said is that we hold our names like they're slave names, right? Immediately when people call out our names, what do? We turn around immediately. But instead, what you want to do is you want to count to maybe 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you called? Okay. Now it's different, you know, you have to be able to authenticate whether that it's an emergency or not, right? If someone's yelling your name, obviously you want to turn around. You want to have a relaxed alertness, okay? So your introversion brings you and makes you almost like in analysis mode. You're very calculated in analysis mode of everything that's going on around you, the mindfulness that's there. But your extroversion is actually making you open and open-hearted and being able to connect with whoever you want to connect with authentically. So you're not actually approaching people. People will come up and approach you instead, okay? You're putting yourself into environments where other people are automatically like drawn to you, or they'll make comments about you, right? They'll be like, oh, nice beads or whatever. Now, this might be in a sense to test your frame or to test your reality. You got to understand this too. When someone is giving you a compliment, is it a genuine compliment? Is it a condescending compliment? Is it a compliment that can connect you to them? Is it a compliment that can make you connect with somebody else in that environment, using it as a trampoline? You've got to really be aware of these things, right? So the way that I stop being a people pleaser is, first of all, I have to be aware of my people pleaser tendencies that emerge and come up. You got to know your blind spots. Okay, you got to know your blind spots. They're called blind spots for a reason, because you can't see them. This is why mentorship and coaching is so important. A lot of you guys have watched these videos, but you still haven't signed up for a free coaching session with me, right? And yes, that's true. You can get a lot of value from these daily videos. However, what's more beneficial? Getting value from a video like this, or actually meeting the person behind the videos? I noticed myself smiling and, overly smiling and getting into that frame of like, and I am a positive guy. That's the thing, right? I am a very, very positive guy. I studied positive psychology. I understand what it takes to be more positive in my life and to be able to appreciate the moments of my life, because I have been through the darkness as well. So understand that, to be positive, you have to also experience the negative. Nice guys, they will experience a lot of the negative until it cracks them open, in a sense, right? The road to excess of niceness leads you to the palace of wisdom within that gets you to actually recognize your inner wolf. Now, a gentleman is just a patient wolf. You're playing the long-term game. You have self-control. You have an understanding that, okay, I'm going to get what I want. I don't have to push for it, but it's going to be effortless. It's going to be effortless because it's a part of my path, it's a part of my mission, and I'm going to have that faith, that conviction, the understanding, the confidence to move forward in my life. And nothing is going to get in my way. And if things get in my way, I understand the Stoic principle of the obstacle being the path, right? The thing that is blocking me or is the roadblock is the actual thing that is going to move me forward. And sometimes our greatest weaknesses are our greatest strengths, and our greatest strengths are our greatest weaknesses, vice versa, right? It just works in that way. So it's really the ability to recognize, when are you trying to overly impress? When are you trying to seek validation and approval outside of yourself? and being honest with that, being completely honest with that, because the nice guy will recognize that, but they won't own up to that, right? The nice guy will be like, oh, I'm not seeking approval. Yeah, you are, bro. Yeah, you are. You got to admit that. See, the difference between the nice guy and the wolf is the nice guy is constantly trying to put her up on a pedestal, okay? Trying to be like, oh man, she's up here and I'm down here. I'm on a lower level. I'm on a different rung of the ladder. The wolf just sees her as another soul. I'm a soul, she's a soul. That dog down the road is a soul. You know, that bird has a soul. That old man down the street has a soul. We're all just souls, right? I'm not saying that in a very, quirky woo-woo way, but I'm just saying in the most rational way that I can speak about it. And I know rationality and speaking of souls kind of goes against each other. It's a contradiction, but that's the way I see it, is we're all atoms, right? We're all connected. So just her physical form and how she does her makeup, or, all of these things, they're the outer appearance. I'm more interested in knowing what's deep within her beingness, and what's her personality like, right? What's her vibe like? She could be very cute, right? And hey, a part of me, my biological side, is going to respond to that. Of course I'm going to get aroused, if I see a beautiful woman. However, at the same time, I'm understanding that arousal or that lust doesn't control me, right? I'm not going to go chasing after her, but I do know what I want. But I understand my values. I don't understand my purpose in life. And if she's attractive and cute, but she's not aligning to my purpose in life, next person, right? I'm not interested in wasting my time. So that's the mindset. It's like, you're not interested in wasting your time with this, right? You're on a protocol, a mission, a guidance system within that you're so called towards your mission in life. That's the main thing in life. And this is not MGTOW, this is not that ridiculous thing, right? Because I love women, right? And I think that it's important for men to not distance themselves and completely go off the grid and be just hermits by themselves. I think that's ridiculous. We need feminine energy to thrive. When you can be the type of person that doesn't chase like a dog but attracts like a wolf, you will understand the mentality of this, okay? I'm not here to take your shit, right? I'm not here to listen to your storylines and all your quirky anecdotes if they don't align with me. I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm not gonna pretend to listen. And again, this is not being rude to people, right? It's not being offensive, but you're just stating it from a state of mind where you're like, look, this isn't aligned to my vision or mission, okay? Some people might call this selfish or condescending. I don't think it's selfish at all, because you're saving yourself time and you're saving them time by leading them on and pretending for years and years. Oh no, I used to do this a lot, man. Like when I see a woman, I wouldn't tell her my true intent or my true feelings. I used to hide my intent, right? That's what a nice guy does. They hide behind their intent. They feel ashamed of their sexual feelings and desires, right? They've suppressed them. They completely cut off their primal strength, right? I'm here not to buy into other people's storylines. I'm not here to buy into other people's storylines. I have my own storyline, and I'm here to generate my own narrative in this world. I'm a brand ambassador for a company against suicide, right? It's for suicide prevention. And I'm getting the t-shirt very, very shortly. And basically the t-shirt says that my story is not over, semicolon. Right? Because a semicolon is when the author decides that they could have added a full stop, but they kept going. And this is the type of inspiration that I believe in, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not interested in the very mundane, the lower levels of consciousness, like getting by 9 to 5, Ultimately, in my heart of hearts, I'm a digital flow man. I'll travel the world. After all this stuff is over, I'm gonna travel the world. I'm gonna do my own thing, I'm gonna set my own trends. And I'm going to be the type of person who truly embodies the flow, right? Truly embodies the flow. I am embodying the flow, as you notice, but there's still way more for me to go and reach. I know this, you guys know this. This is just the tip of the iceberg to this flow state movement and empire, which is what we're creating every single millisecond through our actions, through our behaviors, through the ways that we speak and how we create with our speech, with our spells, our spelling. Have you ever had a woman tell you, oh, he's just nice, he's just a really sweet guy, you know? Oh yeah, no, aw, no, he's just a really sweet guy. Have you ever heard that before? Have you ever had a woman treat you like you're a 12-year-old boy, right? Pat you on the head, there. Okay, have you ever had these things happen to you? You understand you need to make that transformation from the nice guy to the lone wolf. You need to cut yourself off from people for a little bit because you're getting too influenced by people. You get what I'm saying? You're getting too influenced by the media you're watching, right? The other people around you and your nerdy group of friends. I get it, okay? You're gonna have to really cut off the ties of the impure communication lines that you have. There's some sickening impure, there's people out there that are claiming to be your friends, but they're your frenemies. They're your friends, but then they're your enemies covertly, and you don't know that. But they're secretly wanting you to mess up just so they can talk about it. I know that, you know that. If you don't know that, it's time you know that. And really you start channeling the real group of people who truly believe in you, right? I understand from that comment that I made about my grandmother's death, the amount of people that virtue signaled and like sent me like really nice messages, which was cool. Thank you guys. Like I appreciate that still appreciate that, the fact that you're thinking of me. I'm in your consciousness. But for the people who sent me messages that was like really deep and authentic for my grandmother's death a few days ago, and it was deeply genuine, you know? It wasn't anything like, oh, my condolences. It's like, what is just generic, right? I don't like that. Like as a wolf, I don't like that, right? On my happy birthday, if you just write HBD on my page, I don't care, okay? If you truly want to be connected to this energy and to me, you're going to have to give effort into the relationship itself. And it's the same for me, right? If I want you around, I'm going to push that communication line out there. And I'm going to make it happen so that you enter this wolf pack. But if not, bye-bye. Okay? One of the axioms, the one that does not comply must say bye. It's your world, it's your reality, your rules. But also, the saga continues. Wu-Tang, Flow-Tang, okay? All right, guys. So, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some epiphanies. If you have any questions about this at all, shoot me a message. But yeah, I think it's a powerful concept, and I hope it made you grow today. Let's get it. Upward Spiral gang. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it. Boom.